Hey YouTube, I am now probably beyond the legal limit of frustration as I have filmed this for the 4th time. First it was my tripod breaking, then my batteries got exhausted, so I'm gonna try and get through this as fast as possible, just so my batteries don't die. This is my junk Doppel deck. It's a fun deck right now. I think Junk Doppel is still competitive, so I might try to make this deck better. But for now, bear with it, I guess. I also took my Agents deck to locals this weekend, topped with it, so that was cool. I bought a Storm of Ragnarok pack. I got some holos like Thor or one of the Nordic monsters. Of course, then someone else comes in and buys one Storm of Ragnarok pack and pulls a maxi. So that's just the way things go, I guess. Anyway, we'll get right into the deck. One Dandelion, one Spore. This is, of course, the plant engine of the deck. One Lone Fire, one Debris Dragon. If I had a Glow Up, it would be there. If I had Tengus, they'd be up there, but this is like glare area. I don't know how to fix that. I'll fix it later. But yeah, we got Debris, Lone Fire, Spore, Dandy, Plants. Next we got Hand Traps, Max C, and Double Veiler. I'll probably run a Triple Veiler when I get the super ones, but for now, with the rares, I'll just run 2. I actually like running 3, although with the current format, it's probably best to run 4. Next, we'll get into the junk engine of the deck. Quickly, Junk Synchron, 2 of them. Obvious card, main reason for the deck. 2 Quick Draw Synchron. It's actually funny because the main reason I want to run this deck is all the cards have really interesting colors. I don't know. It's like an aesthetically pleasing deck in my opinion. Anyway, we got 2 Quick Draw Synchrons. Might cut that to 1. Not sure about that. We've got 2 Doppel Warriors. Also might cut to 1, but I mean, I like the card. And he's got good token production. Next we got 2 TG Warwolf, similar to Doppel Warrior, but almost more universal. I also like having Formula Synchron, then being able to use this and it to go into TG Wonder Magician, and then pop a back row, and Wonder Magician can also serve as draw power. Next we have a Chaos Sorcerer BLS. Not sure about Chaos Sorcerer. I don't run a ton of lights since I don't have the full Lightsworn engine in this deck. But BLS is obviously a win condition for any deck this format. Next we've got Gores. Gores wins games. Caius. I really like running Caius, especially like Insectors, and his effect is really universal in my opinion. We got a Sangan, just like Universal Searcher. We got 2 Dimensional Alchemist. I just teched this in because I don't have Rykos, and I don't actually mind running this card. It's actually not bad, but it always gets mind controlled in my opinion, or enemy controller. The point is, your opponent usually takes it before you can get the effect off. 1 Spirit Reaper, just to stall out games that need stalling out, I guess. This deck isn't the fastest in the world, but when it gets going, it usually goes into a Shooting Star Dragon or a Shooting Quasar if you have one. Then we've got the last card, Card Trooper, draw power, mill through the deck a little, kind of like Dimensional Alchemist can mill with his effect. So that's the monsters. I want to say there are 24. I have no idea. Kind of failed right there. Alright, spells. I don't know how many there are. You can count if you want. 1 Pot of Avarice, obviously. I'm deciding to run 1 Scapegoat, even though it can be chained to Maxi just because a lot of people in my logos don't play Maxi. Obviously there's like 1 guy that does, and he was my 1 loss that I had with my TG Agent deck. So, I mean, maybe I could side it out if I know they're playing Maxis, or I wouldn't probably use it as a regional, or YCS, but yeah, 1 Scapegoat, 1 for 1, that's like the plant type cards. And Everest, obviously, draw power. Next, we've got 2 Mystical Space Typhoon and a Heavy Storm. Obviously, back row hate. Graveyard Control, Monster Reborn, and Foolish Burial. I didn't originally run Foolish Burial, but I really love how it works right now. Rhoda, just to search out stuff from your deck, and 2 enemy controllers, just to make use of scapegoats or whatever tokens you have, because this deck can produce a lot of tokens at a time. Finally, traps. We've got a Mirror Force, just because I don't have deep prisons, otherwise I'd probably run 2 of those. Call of the Haunted. I really like this card, this format. If you know your opponent has Heavy Storm or something, you set it, and you have a Sangan or Dandelion in the graveyard, they activate Heavy Storm, you activate Call of the Haunted, get your tokens or a Sangan search, or even with Dimensional Alchemist. So there's lots of targets for Call of the Haunted. Oops, sorry. Then we've got Solemn Brigade. Obviously, I love running these 3 cards. Yeah, so I pretty much always run those if I have room. And finally, Trap Deshut. I think the overall deck the overall main deck is 41 cards. Next, we'll do the extra deck, which I quickly put together. I don't have a side deck, but if I did have a side deck, I would have to side Chimera Attack, just because I'm not putting it in my main extra deck. Let's see if it focuses. I got an Ultra Bone. Woo! I had a Super one before, but yeah. Anyway, we'll start with Exceeds, I guess. We've got a Utopia and a Leviaire. Just those 2, because I don't have room for a lot. This deck synchros so much, and I love to have synchro options, that I don't really bother too much with Exceeds, which is why I didn't even have room for Chimera Attack. Anyway, Utopia is pretty much if I take someone else's monster, and Leviaire if I've removed stuff for BLS or anything. I don't actually use my Exceeds that much. Those are pretty much just the staple Exceeds in my opinion. Next we have Shooting Star. Would be a Shooting Quasar if I had room, and I had one. When I get one, I'll probably put it in. Then I've got a Mistworm for level 9, Stardust, Dark End, and Junk Destroyer for level 8. If I also was looking into using Chevalier de Fleur, which kind of has like a Xian effect, where you can negate 1 spell or trap per turn. Especially with Junk Synchron, or Quick Draw Synchron, my bad, able to go into it. But he would be the only reason I would be able to use it, so I'm still thinking about that. Then we've got a Black Rose. Obviously, this has such a big plan engine. Black Rose is easy to make with Debris Dragon and Dandelion in the graveyard. I go into level 7 a lot. I wish I had more than 1, because I would definitely run 2. Then we've got 1 Ancient Sacred Wyvern, just for Formula Synchron, or Effect Veiler. Plus, it's got a really nice effect, so I don't mind running it. Level 6, we have a Brionic, obviously staple Synchro. We also have a Drill Warrior for level 6, just like recycling old monster cards, like Dandelion Spore, etc. Then my camera's died for the 3rd time today, so I'm sorry about this little lag. I told you about that at the beginning of the video, but I gotta go really quick now because now my camera's really dying. So anyway, I was saying level 5, we've got Cataster, TG Wonder Magician, for Warwolf, Magical Android, recently picked this up, really like that card, and finally, Formula Synchron. Thanks a lot, YouTube. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. I think that's below still. I don't know. YouTube keeps changing their format. Maybe it's above, sideways, that side. I don't know. I think it's below. Rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks a lot, YouTube. Hopefully I can get some AA batteries or something for my camera. But it just eats them up. Anyway, thanks a lot, YouTube. See ya.